can return back to normal at this 7-Eleven on East LaSalle near Corby's. That was pretty much the extent of what he could share with me at this time, because the investigation the South Bend Police Department have underway is actually still very much ongoing. They did leave the scene a little bit ago, but the investigation is still very much open. They did share with me, though, that there was a 4:30 call they received regarding the robbery, and then they arrived at the scene. Now, no arrests have been made as of yet because the robber did, in fact, flee the scene, but again, the investigation is still very much so open. As always, we'll have the latest details for you right here on ABC 57 as they unfold. Live on LaSalle in South Bend, Eric Cox, ABC 57 News.
And right now, the world is remembering South Africa's first black president, Nelson Mandela. Crowds have filled up the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg for today's memorial service celebrating Mandela's life. You can see right now we are taking a live look, and President Barack Obama has taken the stage, and we will listen in right now.
Distinguished guests, it is a singular honor to be with you today, to celebrate a life like no other. To the people of South Africa, people of every race and every walk of life, the world thanks you for sharing Nelson Mandela with us. His struggle was your struggle. His triumph was your triumph. Your dignity and your hope found expression in his life, and your freedom, your democracy, is his cherished legacy. It is hard to eulogize any man, to capture in words not just the facts and the dates that make a life, but the essential truth of a person, their private joys and sorrows, the quiet moments and unique qualities that illuminate someone's soul. How much harder to do so for a giant of history who moved a nation toward justice and in the process moved billions around the world. Born during World War I, far from the corridors of power, a boy raised herding cattle and tutored by the elders of his Thembu tribe, Madiba would emerge as the last great liberator of the 20th century. Like Gandhi, he would lead a resistance movement, a movement that at its start had little prospect for success. Like Dr. King, he would give potent voice to the claims of the oppressed and the moral necessity of racial justice. He would endure a brutal imprisonment that began in the time of Kennedy and Khrushchev and reached the final days of the Cold War. Emerging from prison without the force of arms, he would, like Abraham Lincoln, hold his country together when it threatened to break apart. And like America's founding fathers, he would erect a constitutional order to preserve freedom for future generations, a commitment to democracy and rule of law, ratified not only by his election, but by his willingness to step down from power after only one term.
Now that was, of course, Barack Obama speaking at Mandela's memorial service, and we will be right back.